Hello and welcome back to my channel. How are you doing today? Today we're going to talk about suffering, because that seems to be something that we forget that every single person is going through in life. It's true. No matter how we look at it, every single person is suffering something in life. Even the person that you think has everything and is, one of these celebrities, they have everything, they're rich, they're wealthy, they've got a good body, they got they're beautiful, they got the best roles, they're best actress and blah de blah de blah. They're still suffering. Every single person on this planet, from the moment they're born, has to suffer. It's just the plain and simple fact of life. Because without suffering, we don't learn anything. So everybody has frustrations, everybody has pain, everybody has sorrow. Everybody is fighting their own battle for survival on what we can only call as, this walk of life. And we forget that many of those people have greater difficulties than us, even, because obviously the more in the limelight you are, the greater the struggle. And the fact that you are in the limelight means that your struggle is in the limelight, which means that everybody in the world knows about your struggle and your challenge and your, privacy is a thing of the past. I mean, how would you feel if you had your privacy invaded 24 hours a day? It's, I think that's something that in itself is a form of suffering. Anybody who's ever been stalked, anybody who's ever been wiretapped or, had their privacy invaded will absolutely know where I'm coming from and will know what I'm talking about. So really, when we meet people, we should be very careful how we treat them, how we talk to them, how we are towards them, because sometimes, people come across as mean, arrogant, defensive, etc., because they are actually trying to protect themselves. They're trying to protect themselves from more hurt, more pain, more suffering. And how many times have you done that as well? I'm sure. You've snapped at somebody when you didn't mean to, or you've boasted about something to somebody that you shouldn't have, because that there was no reason whatsoever to do it, but you were just being defensive and standing your ground. Or it's not even standing your ground, because standing your ground is kind of protecting where you are. Being forceful towards somebody else, boasting towards somebody else, forgetting to be humble towards, when you're talking to somebody, is actually a form of defense. Yeah, it's kind of like attack before they attack me. But the truth is, you don't know that the person in front of you is actually going to attack you. So it's, even though it's a defense mechanism, it is kind of forgetting that the person in front of us has their own struggle as well. And sometimes, when we find these people who are very mean, sometimes it's just being mean because they've never been shown enough the love throughout their lifetime. And somebody who's never received love throughout their lifetime, or hasn't received much of it, or any of it, let's say, wouldn't even know how to recognize it. Because if you don't know what something looks like or feels like, then it's almost impossible to recognize it. And therefore, when you come across it, it's kind of scary. At first, it's scary until you understand what it is. And then once you understand what it is, the fear dissipates. And then you have this kind of wave of calm, and then you can deal with the situation better. You can deal with the person better. So I think the lesson today's moral of the story is, just remember that every single person in life is going through some kind of battle, and therefore, if they come at you as if they're going to attack you, it's not necessarily because they're going to attack you. It could just be that they are being defensive, and if they are being defensive, that's exactly when you need to show a little more kindness, a little bit more love, and a little bit more compassion. So thank you very much for joining me today, and have a phenomenal day. Don't forget to subscribe and share if you find this useful in any way, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.